Have you ever wondered why so many people dread change, even if the outcome can be amazing? We've all heard that change is the only constant, but why do so many people dread it? Would you like to embrace change more positively? Well, if the answer is yes, then this show is for you because our guest today is Rick Gosser. He's a branding expert and an inspirational speaker who loves to share how changes in your lifestyle can accelerate positive change in your business. In 2010, Rick changed the course of his life by taking control of his health. Today, over 130 pounds lighter, more energetic, and more successful. That was my dog. He felt that there is a direct connection between lifestyle wellness and business health. If you want to embrace change, make more money, and improve your health, then jump on the show with us. Now, before we get into the show, if you are brand new to Facebook and you are just watching this show for the first time, I want to welcome you. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Randy Light Experience. Now, since you might be new, you're probably wondering who I am and who Rick Gosser is and what's going to happen today and even what peak performance and change have to do with each other. So those are great questions. So let me take a moment to answer them. Well, first, my name is Randy Light and I'm from Enlightened Living Hypnosis and Enlightened Living Hypnosis Academy. And I am a certified hypnosis instructor, a peak performance coach, and a healer. And for the last 10 years, I have hypnotized thousands of children and adults to break through whatever is in their way in order to perform in the zone, the ideal performance state, where you show up as your best version of yourself. I'm also the author of the book, The Essential Four, and the creator of the Essential Four system. It combines hypnosis with coaching, and it helps you manage your state, your future, and your life. So why is that important? Because in order to create peak performance, to reduce stress, overcome even chronic conditions, make more money, get better results, you must be in control of your thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions. So the Essential Four is the protocol or the system to get you from where you are to where you want to be, so you can be in a peak state whenever you want, wherever you want. Now, because I recognize the power of hypnosis, and as you'll find out, so does Rick, during each episode, you will get to enjoy at least a 4-minute hypnotic enhancer. It will help you get relaxed and focused on the outcomes you want from the show and for your life. How does that sound? So guys, I'm super excited to introduce our guest, Rick Gosser. Rick, welcome to the Randy Light Experience. How are you?
Hi, Randy. How are you? Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm so excited you're here, and we're going to dive into the Randy Light Experience in just a moment. But
Okay.
Before we do that, I want to make sure that everyone knows that Rick is going to share his transformational and inspirational journey that allowed him to embrace change. And even before that, so I want to encourage you right now, whether you're listening live or listening to the recording, to hit the like button, hit the love button, let us know you're here, or send some of those bubbles across the sky, or the sky, yes, and say hello to my kitty cat. And we really want you to participate. So you also leave comments, say hello, say your name, where you're from. And if you have questions, definitely do that too. Let us know. And one more thing I'm going to ask you to do is to right now, if you know someone who would love help with embracing change, share this light and this experience with people so that as many people can know about it and heal and transform their own lives. All right. So I see Nick. Welcome, Nick. And right now we are going to get started. Rick, so what happened that made you want to change?
Well, let's see. Make a long story short, I was picked up by the police for sleeping at a stop sign 11:30 at night in 2009. So
Wow.
I was breathalyzered, which I wasn't drinking at the time that night, thank God. So I just passed the breathalyzer, got up, jumped on the scale the next morning, which happened to be December 31st, 2009. I was 50 years old, and the scale said 310. So I said, I have to make a change, and because at that time I did not have any grandchildren, and I wanted to be healthy and happy. And if that time ever came that I had some, I wanted to be healthy, and so I could keep up with them. So
you had a wake up call. Would you call that a wake up call?
The light bulb goes on. Everybody has a light bulb that goes on, and it was just time. So I could sleep anywhere, anytime, any place. So it was just it was kind of scary sometimes, and especially when I got picked up for sleeping on a stop sign with the car running. Yeah, I said, okay, I got to make a change. So I decided to do that. So with no pills, no potions, no surgeries, I lost 135 pounds in 4 months.
How did you do that?
I actually became friends with Joy Bauer. She was and still is the head nutritionist for the NBC Today Show. And I started following her book called Your Inner Skinny. I got it around her somewhere. So, and I lost 14 pounds in the first week.
Oh, wait. Oh, my God. We're not even, nobody can see us. There we go. Oh, my God. All this again.
Okay. Are we good?
We're good now.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
my goodness. Okay. Much better. That always seems to be a problem. Oh, well. It's good
click
now.
that button. You got to click that
final
button, Randy.
Oh, my God. I got to embrace change.
Embrace change. Click the button.
Done. All right. So sorry to interrupt, but now I'm so glad that we.
So, make a long story short, I just started following the book. I just set small goals that I wanted to lose, 30 pounds, 70 pounds, 100 pounds. And I lost 135 pounds in 4 months. And I was live on national TV in November 2010. And you can see my video on my website. So that was kind of cool. I was actually live on the NBC Today Show. So that was really cool. So
that's great. I mean, so this is talking about, this show is talking about how changing your lifestyle can produce positive changes in your business. So you obviously that happened, something happened inside you, and to lose that much weight that quickly, that's really profound. But then you notice that, so you must have changed your mindset. Obviously you changed the way you thought about food. Right. And I know that's an important topic, and it could be for another time, but even sharing a glimpse of what happened, because something happened inside of you, that was a wake-up call. But a lot of people get a wake-up call and it only lasts for a certain amount of time, but yours has lasted for years and years. So what's different about you?
Right. I went in it as the book really talks about a lifestyle change, not really a diet, because what's the first 3 letters of diet? No one's ready for that. So, I was very obese at 310, and I just thought, well, I gotta do something about this, and nobody can do it for me. I gotta do it myself. So, like I said, I just set small goals, followed the book for 4 months, and just lost 135 pounds. I didn't, and just through exercise and eating right, and I never was a runner, so I started walking, started running. I ran 9 half marathons since that time. I ran a Chicago Marathon in 2013. So, I started running at the age of 50, and I don't know if anybody that's ever done that, that I know of. Most people start when they're in high school and keep running when they're 50.
But you could only walk, right? When you first started running.
Right. When I was 310, I walked 1 block around my neighborhood. I thought I was going to die because I was 310 pounds, so I was really, really out of breath, and just started walking the dog. And one of my daughters lived with me at the time, and her dog is half German Shepherd and half Greyhound, and there was no walking that dog. So the dog was literally pulling me down the street, and I said, if I'm going to be pulled down the street, I might as well start running. So I just, started running short distances, and then started running 5Ks, and
But you were saying something in your head. There was you stayed the course for years and years. So what were you saying inside you? I know for some people, motivating, and then we're going to bridge this to business, but I remember you telling me one time, because we've known each other for a number of years, that
Right.
you like to put your fat picture on your refrigerator to remind you to keep focused,
I
right?
have one in my office. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah. So
And
every time I fall, every time I think about going through Dairy Queen, I have that picture in my car, and I'm like, I'm just not, as I started to lose weight, I was a 4X. I just started getting rid of my clothes, and it was just in my mind that what my goal was to lose 100 pounds, by Thanksgiving of that year, and I lost 135. So I just kept saying to myself, I'm never ever going back to where I was, because now I have 5 grandkids, and I have to keep up with them. I watch 3 of them 3 days a week. So in order to do that, you got to be in some kind of a physical shape and, of course, mental shape. So one of my things is life isn't about what happens to you. Life is about what happens through you. So if you think about that, so many people say, "Oh, this is happening to me," and it's really how you react. Change. I tell people all the time that change begins in the mirror. And if you're not happy with what you see in the mirror, then you have to make that change yourself. Nobody can do it for you. And
well,
that's just been my motto, and just
and that's great. Now you've also been hypnotized a number of times for various things, and I know personally, after hypnotizing thousands of people, that is a way to embrace change. So that if you do look in the mirror and you don't like what you see and you're still stuck, that hypnosis can help. Would you share some of your experiences with hypnosis and how they helped you?
Well, yeah, I can't remember what year it was, but I was actually hypnotized and had knee surgery because I was really obese at the time, and my knees were shot because of being so heavy. So that was one reason why they had to have knee surgery, because it's 65 pounds of pressure on your knees for every pound that you're overweight. So when you think about that, that's a lot of, I was 135 pounds times 65. So that's a lot. It's a lot of pressure on your knees. So I had knee surgery. I actually have been hypnotized by you. I did some hypnotic things for you to try and to get back into some things in life, because life isn't always perfect. But if you don't do something about it, then yeah, you can't change without doing something about it. So.
Yeah, and sometimes that's the whole thing. Here, you know that you can do it yourself, but you also know when you're stuck, and then you seek out a coach or a hypnotist to help you. And that's the beauty of it, and that's part of what makes you successful and anyone else successful.
Right, because everybody in life has a story, and some people don't want to share that, but I encourage people to tell your story. And tell it with some energy, and mention what you can do to help people, with their life, with their business. Just try to avoid selling them something. I have nothing to sell other than my story, and I did it at the age of 50, so it's never too late to make change. So many people are like, "Oh, I'm too old, I can't lose weight." Yeah, you are. Oh, I can't stop smoking, or I can't stop drinking. I'm like, well, yeah, you can, but it all has to start at the top, and you have to be able to be willing to make that change and understand
and survive your wake up,
and understand what the change, understand what the change is going to mean to you down the road. What's your goal to, okay, I want to make a change, but what's my ultimate goal at the end of 6 months or 8 months or whatever you want that goal to be. So yeah.
So you're saying do a short-term goal and a long-term goal.
Absolutely. Our prime purpose in life is to help others. And if you can't help them, just don't hurt them. So many people are like, negative about everything, and it's just I just can't associate myself with people like that. So.
Well, if you're liking what you're hearing and getting inspired from Rick, please send some of those bubbles, make some comments, and share this with other people. Now that you guys can see.
Right.
Rick, just some of the things that you shared are simple yet powerful.
Yeah.
When you would grab onto them. And some people like to get in their way a lot.
Yeah.
But you've noticed.
Absolutely.
So what happened? So you made a whole change in your personal life, in your body, in what you focused on, in all your personal life. But then somehow now you're bridging this gap and saying that has helped you in your business, because you've run a business for a number of years. So tell us about that.
Well, back when I was heavy, you ate and you worked and you slept, because that's all the energy that you had. There's only so many. There's 24 hours in the day, so you got to sleep. So when I lost weight, I was being able to spend more time on my business, because I wasn't sleeping as much and I wasn't eating as much. So when I was fully fledged in my business, I still have 2 alarm clocks, one at 11 at night, because of whatever you're doing. I have to stop, whether it's doing something fun or doing work or whatever. And I have one at 5:11 in the morning. So yeah, I get away with about 5-6 hours of sleep. So, I spend most of my time, either working or exercising or, trying to help other people, watching grandkids, just doing what I want to do with whom I want, when I want, and how I want. Not necessarily working so much, working, but still not making that my main focus.
Yeah, but so you just noticed that your business started to improve because you started losing weight?
I was spending more time on my business, as opposed to, instead of sleeping 8, 9, 10 hours a day, now I just gave myself 4 or 5 extra hours of, being awake. So, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with this time? So I spend.
And you had to have felt proud of yourself during that journey.
Absolutely.
And had a positive mindset, right? I mean, if you're sitting there and the weight's coming off and you're moving your body, and you went from walking to running, and so you're at a high peak state. You're a peak performer. You're in it.
Right.
And so, but you noticed that something started to change in your business. Yes, you worked on it more, but you looked at the world in a different way. And I'm trying to have you zero in on exactly, your thoughts about that, what showed up, what you did differently. Yes, I know you did work more, and that's a big, huge thing. It gave you the opportunity, and it gave you the energy, which is going to make you feel good and on fire,
Right. So I would spend my days, calling on people, as we all do, and then spend my nights doing my embroidery, because I did custom embroidery and screen printing. So I kind of like refocus my time. Instead of embroidering during the day, I would be out talking to people during the day, and just drumming up new business or, whatever. So, yeah.
And you weren't necessarily just talking about business. You were talking about your story, which then makes people know, like, and trust you, and then want to know more, about your business, because you're not out there selling. Right.
And, there's many people that I ran into that I hadn't seen in years, and they're like, "Who are you?" Because they're used to seeing me as a fatter person than what I am. I can say fat, I guess, but maybe that's not appropriate. But so many people would be like, how did you lose all that weight, and what did you do? And so just kind of explain it to them, that what I did, and everybody has different ways to lose weight. Whether it's Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or whatever else people are using.
Hypnosis.
Hypnosis. Yeah, different strokes for different folks. So, whatever works for you, just embrace that change that you're willing to take, and just do it. Because like you said, so many people get in their own way. I don't want to do it. It's too much work. Yeah, it is work. It takes a lot of work to lose weight. It's just not, it just doesn't happen overnight.
So right, and so
I didn't get fat. I didn't get fat overnight. It took me many years to get fat.
Yeah. So I know, as a hypnotist, and the Essential 4, that's 4 sessions that helps people change the way they think and feel about food and exercise, and gets them motivated. And I coach people to lose weight, and I have a couple people who've now have lost 30, and getting to another 30, let's hope, and another 30.
Right.
And so I know hypnosis is a great way. So in a moment, I'm gonna hypnotize everybody. We're gonna do a closed eye process, and I can deliver suggestions. So I wanted to ask you a couple things, and anyone listening right now, if there's something you'd want me to say to help you, what do you need? Do you need encouragement? Do you need courage?
Right.
Do you need? So I want you to think about, Rick, the top 3 strategies that I could deliver to people today to help you embrace change, to not be afraid of it or dread it, and to embrace it. What that means, what that looks like, what are the things in your mind that help people the most? Because you say the words embrace change, but
I have some a few quick ways to rewire our brains for success, because everybody wants to be successful. So number 1 is be mindful of your thoughts. Pinpoint the thoughts that can be negative or self-defeating and not think that way. Think positively. Replace those thoughts with positive ones and what you'd like to accomplish. Everybody has something they want to accomplish in life. Everybody that I see people saying, "Oh, it's on my bucket list." Well, I'm 58 years old and I don't even have a bucket list because I just do stuff.
Yeah.
By the time I write it down, I can go do it, right? So number 3 is visualize your success in a perfect detail and do this daily. Whatever you define as success, whatever you define as how am I going to accomplish what I'm going to accomplish, so I'm not a runner now, but I'm a biker, so I've switched to biking.
Better on your knees.
Better on my knees, and I do 100-mile bike rides, on some weekends just for fun.
That's awesome.
So, that's something you don't do overnight. You have to, think about, okay, I'm going to go ride 100 miles, on a bicycle, and how am I going to do that? So, I did my first one in 2016, and the most I ever ran, I rode up to that was 41 miles. So I went from 41 to doing 100.
Yeah.
And that's that's not easy. That's not easy. It's fun. So it depends on how you look at it. It's not. People are like, oh, how do you feel after you ride 100? I go, actually, I feel pretty good. What hurts the most? Well, nothing really, because I didn't go into it thinking what's going to hurt when I'm done. I went into it thinking, hey, I accomplished riding 100 miles. And whatever hurts the next day hurts. I'm not going to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's just like you just plan it and do it. And, I don't make a bucket list.
You just do your bucket list. I think I'm the same way.
Yeah. So, I started skydiving in 2013 after I lost all my weight because I couldn't skydive when you weigh 310. You can't skydive. You're over the weight limit.
Okay. So I have one more question, and then we're going to do a hypnotic process. So for those of you guys who are multitasking, this is a good time for you to stop so that you can do the closed eye process, and I can deliver the suggestions that Rick just mentioned. But one more thing I wanted to ask you, Rick, because there's something about you. Now there's something about you. Did you used to be motivated before you kind of became complacent with life?
No, not really. I had nothing to be motivated about. I was just
even when you were in your 20s.
No, I was just like sleeping, eating, and working. And I was content with the way. I was just content with the way I was. And then the light bulb in 2009 that could have changed my life if I had been drinking at that time and failed the breathalyzer test. It could have been a whole lot different. So
yes, you had a wake up call.
I wasn't planning on ever going back there, so I had to make a change. So
I love it. So we can thank God, the universe, however you look at the world, but definitely you survived that. Some people don't,
Right.
So, all right, cool. Well, you can enjoy this too. I'm going to do a quick hypnotic process to get you into a resourceful state where you're more open and receptive, where I can deliver suggestions and you can embrace change, and that can show up in your personal life and professional life. So I encourage all of you who are listening right now to stop what you're doing and get into a place where you could sit down or lay down and close your eyes, or maybe it's lie down. I don't know.
If I close my eyes, I will be hypnotized, Randy. So that could be a problem.
I've got your back.
Uh-huh.
You can do it with your eyes open, but you're fine. I'm going to take you guys out of hypnosis too. You can sit there. You'll be fine. I know that you're very suggestible and you're great at this because you've done it before and you do self-hypnosis too. Yep. So here we go, everybody. Go ahead and get into a comfortable position. And if you feel comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And then your next breath in, take a deep breath in and hold your breath in for as long as you comfortably can. And then when you do let your breath out, tell yourself to relax and see and hear and feel a healing sound wave flowing through you from the top of your head all the way to your toes. And we're going to do this a couple of more times. So next breath in, take a deep breath in, hold it in for as long as you comfortably can. But this time, look up above your eyebrows with your eyeballs. Like I call it your third eye. Look up into your third eye, connect with your higher self and your intuition. And then lower your eyeballs, tell yourself to relax and feel a healing sound wave flowing through you from the top of your head all the way to your toes. And let's do that one more time. Deep belly breath in, filling up your belly, holding it in for as long as you comfortably can. Look up at that third eye, connecting with your higher self and your intuition. And then picture and hear and feel a healing sound wave flowing through you from the top of your head all the way to your toes. And now with your eyes closed, allow my voice, every word you hear me say, to relax you deeper and deeper as you now focus on your heart. So the next time you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in through your heart. And as you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your heart. Keep focusing your breathing on your heart. And then invite your heart to open and see and hear and feel it opening. Maybe like a rosebud opening to a magnificent purple rose, or like a door opening, tunnel flowing, or vortex spinning. So as you imagine you're breathing in and out through your heart and you invite your heart to open, begin to imagine you're breathing in love. Now it could be joy or appreciation, unconditional love, universal love. Breathe it in your heart and out. So love is in you and around you. Just imagine a wonderful, wonderful memory where you felt very loving or very loved, or a deep level of joy or gratitude, so that you can really connect with that high vibration feeling of love. All of you can do this with your eyes open or closed. Breathe in and out as if you're breathing in and out through your heart. And now you're going to time travel back to a wonderful memory when you felt that great feeling, so you can really get into the vibration, the high good feeling, and really get what you want. I'm going to count backwards. Each number is going to relax you and deepen you. When I snap my fingers, arrive in that scene when you felt that incredible, wonderful feeling and relive it. See, hear, and feel the details, even smell and taste the details. So with the count of 3, time travel back to a wonderful memory. 2, all the way back, trusting your impressions. 1, be in the memory now and go through it. See, hear, and feel the wonderful feelings. And then rewind it and replay it and do it again. Feel that wonderful feeling and breathe it into your heart, breathe it into your cells, and recognize that this is the real you. When you feel this good feeling, you can amplify it. You allow my words to flow into your mind and relax you and expand that good feeling. You also allow every suggestion I say for your highest good to flow deep into your mind so that you can embrace change. You allow every suggestion I say for your highest good to flow deep into your subconscious mind and strengthen the positivity, the positive neural pathways of you showing up as your best version of yourself. You, from this moment forward, have the ability to embrace change in a positive and new way because you are becoming mindful of your thoughts. You can become mindful of your thoughts and focus on what you want instead of what you don't want, and allow and welcome change that's positive. As I like to say, change with grace and ease. So if you have any negative thoughts, you can let them go. And how you can do that right now is imagine a negative thought that maybe you've had in the past. You can actually pinpoint it, put it in a little circle, and watch it fly away, kind of like a cloud or a bubble leaving. Just imagine anytime you get that negative thought, allow it to just go. Put it in a bubble and go and blow it away. But then fill yourself up with this wonderful feeling. Think of this great memory and be back in that wonderful state. You have the ability to replace negative thoughts from this moment forward and focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. You can visualize success easier and quicker than you ever thought possible. You, from this moment forward, are more motivated and more inspired to be your best version of yourself. So take a moment to decide what you want. Decide what you want, and then visualize and materialize. Visualize what you want, the end result. You've got a great feeling. Now visualize your success as if you already have it. It's here and now. See what you're wearing, hear the sounds, hear your thoughts, feel the wonderful feelings as you choose something you'd like to do. Whether it's taking off weight easier and quicker, embracing change so you can be your best version of yourself, loving yourself more, being more thoughtful and kind to others, and easily letting negative thoughts go. Visualize your success. Commit to doing it every day. You can heart breathe and you can see the end result that you want. Good, very good. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 up to 5. When I get to 5, I'll snap my fingers, and a new you ready to embrace change, embrace your life, and start your day and evening in a whole new way. So come back into your new body, into a new mind, a new peace. And with the count of 1, take a big, deep energy breath in. 2, speeding up with a lot of confidence and peace. 3, coming up even more, feeling absolutely fantastic. 4, in the present, feeling wonderful. And with the count of 5, go ahead and open those eyes. And welcome back, everybody. Hope you liked that. And I hope it helps you. We know hypnosis is great at helping you. And we're getting close to the end of our show. So if you liked that, send some of those bubbles and comments as you come back. And Rick, if people want to learn more from you, if they want to be able to talk to you about how you've accomplished some of the things that you've accomplished and learn more from you, how can they do that?
They can go to my website, which is rickgosser.com, and I write a blog, talk about different inspirational things or things that are on my mind that can help change other people.
Cool.
If they're willing to make it. They want to make a change and they're willing to start that change. So, yep.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So Rick, it's rickgosser.com?
rickgosser.com. Yep. So you can read my blog. You can see my fat video when I was on the NBC Today show is on there. And then
but if
also
they want questions, they can email you
sure.
too?
Yeah. There's a way to contact me on there. You can email me or call me, or, best way is probably email, because everybody is so busy in life.
Yes.
Nobody answers their phone anymore, right?
Yes, I
text,
yeah.
whatever. You can call or text or email or whatever. So.
Okay, well, cool, Rick. I love that you shared and you came on and we did this. I just think it's great. You're inspiring. I'm inspired. So if you are inspired by Rick, you can reach out to me if you have questions. And of course, you can reach out to me too, because we know the power of hypnosis and the power of your mind. If you need to make change, I'm offering a couple things myself. you can private message me or email me. So you can private message me on Facebook or email me, because I'm offering a $47 savings to if you want to do the Essential 4, if you want to do something to help you embrace change. If you notice that you're being stuck and you're not doing it on your own, then you can contact Rick or you can contact me, and you can get a $47 savings. I also need to let you guys know that if you're curious about hypnosis even more, I'm going to do a webinar, but I'm doing a training. You can become a hypnotist. You can learn to embrace change personally and help others do it easier and quicker than you ever thought possible. So you can actually become a hypnotist, help people, and make a living doing that. So I want to share that with you. That's in November in Northwest Indiana. And one more thing I'm going to share with you is what's happening next week. And I want to say hi to some of these people. Trisha's here, Rick's here. Thanks, Trisha, for being a part of this. Pat, hey Pat, so glad that you guys were all a part of this. I think I saw Nick here earlier, and some of you are saying stuff, so I really appreciate you guys are here and sharing some of the things that you've been sharing. And next week's show is going to be also really, really cool. Let's see, I am going to be interviewing Sheila Mack, and Sheila Mack is also a hypnotist. She's a massage therapist. She's also a medium, and she's a healer. And so she is going to, if anybody from the other side comes through, she's going to share that. She's going to share her story and some of her gifts with all of us during the show. So I encourage you to come next Tuesday and let people know as I interview Sheila Mack on the Randy Light Experience Facebook Live. So thank you, Rick. Thank you, everybody who's been listening, and contact Rick, contact me, and we'll see you next week on the Randy Light Experience, 7 p.m. Central Time. Bye-bye for now.
Yes, again. Bye.